probably give a insight to a world that I couldn't possibly imagine myself. But that's what the beauty is of indie developers and people that are willing to make something that they truly love and understand themselves. So make sure that you check out the description below this stream or video on demand if you're watching this after the production. And go and support your indie developers. And remember that anything is possible. Anything at all. So with that being said, let's start. The sun misses the moon. After I do some other technical crap to make sure that it comes up. Sure everything comes up. So I might need to do some other. Aha, here we go. All right, let us begin. So the clock is struck, 'tis my hour to time to rise up. Sadly for you, love. Sadly for you, love. But patient am I, to wait for you to falter. You will be me soon. As we are the same, the burning passion within, it will not be quenched. Have you been? It's good to see you here, Carly. We're gonna do something really interesting here. It's gonna be an interesting little graphic novel, but I'm here. I got off work late, but I'm here to do this. I'm kind of excited to see this. I really am. Hey, Evie, I only knew about the rest that you didn't recall. We shall eclipse him, for he is a simple tool for my own pleasure, dear one. Come now, Helios. It's the time for you to wake. He is here for us. What? Lucas. So this is The Sun Misses the Moon. It's a graphic novel / indie development game on GameJolt. If you look at the description in this down below or after everything, you can actually go and download it. I sent a link. It's an LGBT supportive game, and I still have no idea what it's about, so we're going to discover it as it is. But I've talked with the developer, and hopefully, maybe she'll show up. I'm hoping she does. And she might be able to actually answer some questions about what's going on. So, hey Soul, it's time to get up. Hey Soul, wake up! You're going to be late for your morning class. I'm not going to make excuses for you. Dev walks in. Yeah, subtly awkward. Haha. Awesome. Do I look like a get out of college free card? Remember what happened when I covered you before? Dr. Ramiro was furious. Hey, John Goo. I'm here, Social Squid. So this is an indie development game called The Sun Misses the Moon. So this is a graphic novel that we're going to partake in. And it's supposed to be some heavy subject matter, but it's LGBT, so I do, that's what it's going to have to be for now. And this is just a proof of concept demo. And the actual developer is here right now if you want to ask her questions. So, he already hates me enough that I don't want to serve extra volunteer hours because of you. I may be your best friend, but I'm far from being a masochist. So far, it's from being perfect done. You can't sleep in all day like you used to in high school, man. You gotta do this, and you can't do this anymore. Your parents have already left for work, and here you are lazing around. And I'm seriously not interested in catching up with your mom. Ah, Lucas, don't beat me with your own pillow. Soul, that's sun. Is it? No, it's not like Honey Pop, as far as I know. I don't know, unless they switch it out on us. Is it gonna be like Honey Pop? Since the developer's here. I'm awake now. God, he's being such a sadist this morning. What has he gotten into? No, it's not Honey Pop. Aha, I'm not a huge fan of Honey Pop. I'm not a huge fan of Honey Pop, if I'm being honest. Neither am I, because somebody did that when there was prawn on there. But that's fine. Why is this guy my best friend? Or why I... Are you even listening to me? Hey, Narcopile. Nope. Male Honey Pop. I'm glad everybody thinks... Oh, God. See, this is what I get for playing Honey Pop. I'm never listening to the population again. That's all I'm saying. Substance once you get past the boobs and Bejeweled ripoff. Lucas! Your pillow-wielding demon, the great wizard Soul, will not stand for this. So this is the sun misses the moon, and the developer's actually in here, so she'll be able to answer the questions as everything's going around. I'm just here for the experience of it all. Effect on the great wizard. Oh God, he's so heavy. There's no reason for this violence. Wake up! I refuse. I absolutely refuse. I need my great slumber in order to protect the planet. I will win, oh great wizard. Lucas, why are you on top of me? Are you seriously the heaviest skinny kid I've ever encountered? So I think that's what it's supposed to be, a blend. It's a bit of a blend of androgyny. So Lucas, I'm assuming, is a male name. So it's just an androgynous life, kind of like a art style, which is kind of cool. Kind of very similar to what they did with the old Final Fantasy games when the graphics weren't kind of, capable of doing so very well. It's the set of androgyny. Get off me, demon. I shall not intend to use my demonic powers that will wake you. I hope not. I am awake, and even if it wasn't, how would you intend to get me out of bed? Well, Soul, I have a real simple answer for that. I have to admit I didn't want to tell you this way, but I just can't hold it any longer. ... What is he talking about? Is he just kidding around, right? I mean, there is no way. Right? Lucas, Not the face, not the face! The great wizard insists you stop smothering him with a pillow. We are going to be late. My freshman year in college feels like it's the beginning. I have no idea where I'm going or what I want to do. It's just general studies until I find something that clicks. The only reason I've ever joined the music club was so I could get a few extra things to write about with all the scholarships I have to put in. But Lucas likes to think his good sense has rubbed off on me. Granted, I'm sure I hadn't come with me. He couldn't be in the top of the social pecking order. He is way too good to me. Lucas is the only one who approached me in high school, not the other way around. I'm pretty an antisocial person, but Lucas busted his way right through my eggshell. Since we do have the developer in here, you feel free to reach out. Senpai is pretty weird. Feeling free to ask questions. I'm here for the entire live stream. Dev. He's such an idiot. But he's my idiot, I guess. Man, if he knew how I could think about him, he probably wouldn't be able to stand through the thought of me. But he has to know, right? It's obvious that I fall after him like the host lamb. I certainly can't tell him. I don't want to ruin our relationship by saying something that might potentially change things forever. It wouldn't be worth to lose my friend to something so fleeting. ... What are you thinking about, man? You've been staring into space this whole time. Nothing. I'm still recovering from your magical assault. Oh, is that all? Well, I can't help you that you're only level 23 wizard while I'm a level 52 demon. You totally forked out the money for those levels. Uh-oh. Didn't we just have a podcast on that yesterday about that sort of thing? Forking out the money to actually level yourself up? Recently, Lucas, I got really deep into a game called Lacu for the PC. I've only been playing it for the sake it's not very good at MMOs. Although this will help, I've actually grown to enjoy the mining aspect of the game. There's the Japanese face. Lacu isn't playing to pay to win. You wound me. You got to find the XP mills and milk them for all they're worth. I explain that into it later. Totoro is in the background. That's your name, Totoro? When they say stuff like this, it gets right over my head. He finds out everything in the game when he gets into it. It is Totoro. So there you go. You can actually point out the Easter eggs now that the developer's here. Oh, the bus won't be here for another 15 minutes. I'm going to go and get a drink from the vending machine. But after this, we'll go to a more traditional game there. Maybe I should ask him the gaming session at the cafe this weekend. And also remember, this Friday I'm going to be doing a giveaway to kind of celebrate the YouTube gaming warm welcoming that you guys have asked. So outside of asking the developers, make sure that you leave anything on Twitter or on here what you want. Do you want actual games? Into game hype, son? Do you want games or do you want gear? That's my question to you guys. If you were going to get a giveaway, what would you want? And Narcos does giveaways in a certain order here, where it's whatever you want. I'll try to get it for you, if I can do it. Game or gear. I'm trying to keep it reasonable, though. Something nice. Usually you play over in this place, but a new internet cafe just opened up recently. We could haul our laptops over there, and it sounds a lot more like a date. More than I considered it. Not that I wouldn't like that. I've never been on an official date before. I went on a double date once, but that hardly counted. The girl totally wasn't into me, and I only went because Lucas was head over heels for some Sidewalk Samurai championship winner. The girl was as into video games as he was. The suggested poster. Oh yeah. We dated for nearly 2 months before Lucas called it off. He said it was the account for her cutting into his bro time, but I suspect that she actually dumped him. She was dating someone else only 5 days later, according to the GameStar magazine interview, after all. She talked pretty badly about Lucas in the interview, too. I'll never understand why he was so excited to have his name mentioned in an article when all it did was make him look bad. We could totally draw up some poster designs for you to do some giveaways, anything to spread the word out. Oh, yeah, I like that. This is also, for those people who don't know, if you've watched Markiplier or PewDiePie, I think as well, who's done it, Ratunga here is the developer, one of the developers God, I can't talk, behind Super Nanny Sleepy Time HD Alpha Omega Remix, which was a phenomenal game that you can also get on Game Jolt. So make sure you go and check out the Game Jolt link that I left in the description after this video to get some really cool indie games that I'm pretty sure all of your computers can handle. Sometimes I don't think I understand that guy at all. But hey, J-Dog, welcome to the stream. Why am I even thinking about this right now? That was over a year ago. Am I really still that bitter over it? Just how jealous was I? Lucas, here, I got you something too. So what deep and wonderful conversation did you just have with yourself while I was gone? I didn't. ... Please don't press for information. I don't think I can handle explaining what's going on in my head. ... Man, you sure are acting weird today. Am I? I hadn't noticed. That bus is finally here. Come on, man, before it leaves without us. Game matches your setup very well. Pretty well. Woohoo! Developer, Manop. Okay, seriously, are you feeling alright though? I'm fine, Lucas. So what do you plan for the next month? Month and a half? What sort of question is that? You know what I have for the next breakfast planned, let alone what I'm going to do for the next month. See, this is why you leave the ideas to me. I'm the ideas man. The last grand idea you had almost got us arrested. I would call that success, not a failure. I'm pretty sure your grandma would argue with the point pretty damn quickly. Don't bring Gigi into this. She doesn't need to know about the incident. You mean the incident where you were listening on the sidewalk? Or the incident where you took off all your clothes to dance around a fire pit out in my yard? Alright, I see your point. Soliciting on that sidewalk's a definite no-no. ... What? ... And dancing around naked on your yard. Thank you, party pooper. I live to please. Morning. I didn't do the art, I am an artist, but the writing and coding's all... You know what this art kind of reminds me? This reminds me of Starcade. Is it almost the same developer as everybody? Like, I don't know. That looks really, like, I like the style of this. This almost seems like something that Ego Raptor drew. If it's Ego Raptor, you better give a holler at. Background notice was making official backgrounds for me, which is rad. So what class do you have this morning again? You should bug hunt yourself. Algebra, a curse of all mankind. It takes it by the face, you're making that you aren't doing very well in that class. I'd be doing much better if the teacher wasn't boring. Gee, she must be boring if you're bored. What's that supposed to mean? So anyone who could mine nearly 100 pieces of ruby and LeCue for 2 hours is more hardcore than it deserves to be. I mean, they're like a 50% drop, so I'm confused at how you managed to get 100%. Oh, it's Cherry Splice. Okay, that's awesome. I know who Cherry Splice is. He was on Newgrounds for a little bit, wasn't he? I told you the ruby spiders sometimes drop them. I know that, but you're like a level 15. How did you manage to handle killing more than one of them? I didn't. I traded 300 Venus flytrap milks for someone to kill them for me. I'm not even going to ask you how I got 300 VFTMSs. Why? Is it a rare drop too? You astound me. You barely understand most of Laiaku's mechanics, and yet you're Laiaku's mechanics. You're one of the best hagglers in the entire server. Everyone loves you. That totally did, really? You didn't see the chat to private. You see how many people want to be your friend. I have you, am I right? Sometimes I don't know what to do with you. You're right, though. You have me, but seriously doubt there's anyone cooler. Might be indifferent. Anyway, you got your ass. Get your ass to class. Fine. Live game comics on DA. Awesome. I've always hated my... So, we have Sol, which stands for Sun. Now, that's something I remember, because this is the Sol system. And so, Lucas is what? Is that short? Is that like a male version of Luna? So, he's the moon. I have a bad feeling about this already. I've always hated my early morning class. I'd somehow talked myself into taking my college algebra at 9 a.m. like a total idiot. Rule number one, folks, for the people that are going into college or in college, when you're going to be in high school and whatever, you think, okay, yeah, wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to college, get your classes done. Don't do it. Don't do it for the love of God. Give yourself some time to sleep. You're going to fucking love me for it later. That's just a little pro tip from Narcos to you, just to let you know. Look me in the eyes. Look at my digital eyes, even though it's kind of like delayed right now. Look them. Do it. Listen to me. I'm not going to steer you wrong. But I somehow talked myself into taking college, whatever. Math isn't even my worst subject, but I don't think there's any human being who can pay attention when the sun itself is still thinking about going to sleep. Then you take the square root of 352. God, what is she even talking about now? I zoned out. Hey, Turi. May he know he's at the top of the class and he takes super killer notes. After all, what kind of person is a 30 count of organized highlighters? They would have to be super serious about not taking them. Goes to college. You're going to college. Woohoo! Though I guess it could really just be highlighting stuff. Huh? What is it, Sunbay? Man, he's still calling me that? What's Sunbay? Does he mean Sunday? Oh God, Sunbay! Did you make a damn pun? Did you make a damn pun in this game? Suddenly awkward? My bachelor's, I had 2. It's fine. You're insane. You're insane. On the chapter, of course I do. Want to take a peek? Everything he sounds like a punchline and innuendo, and I'm the only one who does it too. I'd say he was making fun of me, but anytime I asked to look at his notes, he's always super nice about it. I don't actually know all of the US terms for stuff. That's an associate's in arts. It's the lawsuit she's talking about in section, so I could borrow your notes. Mr. Casme with Mr. Cicero, quiet down. Sorry, Dr. Klein, God. That's Dr. Klein, Mr. Cicero. I'll give him after class Sunday. Thanks. While I'm at it, maybe I should ask him what Sunday means. The sun before anything else. Oh, that's Turi. I need to grab his notes before I forget. Turi, hey! Oh, hey, Sunbay. Notes, right? Yeah, if that isn't too much trouble. ... What does Sunbay mean? Huh? Oh, it's just a nickname. Well, I caught that, but what does it mean? It's a spin on your name, Sun, obviously, and then Bay. This looks so smooth. Oh yeah, this is 60 frames per second. Yeah, this is 1080p and 60 frames per second. I decided that I was going to up the ante, so all my streams from now on are going to be 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second in 1080p. Bay. It takes you not to up-to-date pop culture lingo. No, really, it's not really into pop culture. Last time I said to someone, they called me a hipster or something. Well then, let me educate you. When is your next class? Because between the notes and catching you up to speed on everything you've missed while vacationing under a rock, we might be studying for a while. Hello, I've arrived. Hi everybody, what did I miss? So this is the graphic novel, The Sun Misses the Moon. And we actually have the developer of 2 indie developing games right now, that's Steadily Awkward, who made this game. And then we have Ratunga, who was the developer of Sleepy's Nanny's Super Sleepy Time HD Alpha Omega Remix. So we're doing a graphic novel play just to kind of change things up and show our support for the LGBT community. So I got an hour and a half until I have to make it up over to Harvey Hall. Then don't plan anything else because you and I have a date with the World Wide Web. Christina. A date with the World Wide what? Slap. Come on, mate. Hey, whoa, what are you doing? Hey. Oh, yeah. Alpha Sleepy Nanny HD Ultra. Not really. Damn it. Welcome to my domain. Heavy breathing. He pulled me the entire way. More heavy breathing. Oh, yeah. Change it to the M-Nop. Never. Whoa, man, are you okay? Do you need a chocolate bar or something? No, I'm fine. It's just I'm worried. Are you sure? Like my little sister in hyperglycemic. Anytime she gets like that, she shoves a Willy Wonka goodness down her throat. Gets her right back up in the tip-top shape. I'm fine. Really? Man, for a guy all about math and pures, he sure can move. Ever thought about joining a gym? You're kidding, right? Right, you'd probably break something with the skinny-ass arms of yours. My arms aren't that fragile. Did you only bring me here to insult me? So about those notes. Oh, right. Come on, sit over here. What are you doing? Pulling up my blog. You have a blog? With 13,000 followers to boot. You having a framegasm? Yeah, you're having a framegasm for pretty much, yeah. Just for still images as of now, because it's more of a novel than anything else. 13,000 people actually like to read, but what you had for breakfast? First of all, my breakfast making skills are all off the chart. Second, my blog is about the conspiracy theories, not bacon and eggs. Although it's my latest post, I did talk about, I was pretty sure the organic eggs I bought from Wall Shop wasn't from a Gallus Domestics. This guy's even stranger than Lucas. I didn't know he was humanly possible. Gallus, what does that mean? Gallus, it's scientific name for the neighborhood egg layer. The chicken. Can't wait to forget my official backgrounds. And you just know that? You don't? No? You're one of them normal folk, aren't you? Normal folk? The kind who just go with the flow of continue to eat their Soylent Green, never questioning what it might be made of. What's a Soylent? Oh, don't even ask. Yes, sir, you're going to get classy film homework from me. Homework? All I want to do is math notes. Well, then you should take better ones, shouldn't you? Oh, come on, man. Nope, you're coming over to my house tonight to watch some classy-ass movies. Good. You're out of the panic room out of your head. Your house? Tonight? I already had plans with my friend. And who are they? Are they more important than educating you on decent film? Just wait until 6 hour home tomorrow, Christina. Lucas Archibald, we have plans to play LeCue tonight. Only because Lucas said it didn't make it in level 30 by tomorrow, he wasn't going to give me the god-tier pickaxe I wanted. You play LeCue? Am I saying that right? Is it LeCue or LeCue? LeCue. Yes. Yes, why I do. You're texting me and I'll tell you just to come over to my place. Would that really be okay? I mean, I know Lucas would say yes, but I want it to be just us. I'll give you my math notes for the next 3 weeks. Damn it, he's got me there. I really needed those notes for the mini quiz. I'll talk to him at lunch. Sure, go ahead. Give your first impression. The developer's still here. Feel free to give him whatever you want. You're an angel, Sunbay. And you're a devil. And for the next 22 minutes, I was schooled in the ways of memes and Neon Cat. I'm still not entirely sure I understand all of it, but the Turis seem to be enjoying lectures me on the subject. LeCue. That's easy, I think. The guy is weird, but I have to give him credit. He knows way more about the stuff than I do. I think he's better than any trained than Lucas is. He kept talking about coding programs, things I imagine only movie hackers would know. All devs are masochists. I think I'm more tired from the education than a regular classroom, and now it seems like I won't be playing LeCue, just Lucas either. This is just a demo to keep in mind, so the closest being done. Awesome. Though maybe the two of them will be absorbed in nerd talk, and I'll finally be able to mine all the diamonds from the class of this. 12:30 p.m. You got spirited away in the computer lab. You didn't think to text me? It wasn't as though I was kidnapped. Don't say kidnapped so casually. Anyway, he really wants to come over. You said his name was Turi Susuru, right? I think I've heard of that guy. Pretty sure he's one of the start of the Theories of Snacks clubs here on the campus. God damn it. Sure, that sounds like him. Well, grab what you want from the shop and we'll go to find to eat before our next class starts up. Wait, does that mean you're going to this place? Sure does. Oh, Joe, he's already hyped. That hair, though. That's some sick-ass hair. That's all I gotta say. I finally schooled somebody in the ways of Lake Q. I wouldn't be so sure of that. He seems to be into gaming just as much as you are. We'll see about that. Hold on. Gotta text my mom. I got a text from mom, not from my mom. Oh wait, he's saying how much he loves me again. Sol, I'm working late today, and so is your dad. There's some leftover mac and cheese in the fridge. Rock and roll. Looks like I'd be on my way at home. Might as well go to Turi's place, and otherwise I might starve. This is going to be a long day. So when you get to Lake Q tonight, I'm taking you across the Thawed Mountain Pass in the EXP mill area for a bunch of those Thaw Spires and Raw Dogs. God damn it, Raw Dogs! I thought Thawed Mountain was a level 30 and up zone. There's a little glitch that if you take the tiny path over around the actual pass, you can get right through. That feels like cheating. Bruh. It's MLG Pro. Oh my god. Man, it's cold as hell in this room. I shouldn't say that. It's very hot in hell, I assume. That makes you sound like a dick every time you say that. I know it's terrible habit. It's not my fault. Me TV has so many games commenters on it. Pardon me. Don't judge me. Oh, this isn't another dating sim failure. No, actually, this is a graphic novel about love and loss, and it's LGBT. And so this is going to be kind of a cool thing because this is a unique experience that I've never come across. Hopefully you'll enjoy. Because I believe, Christina and Carly, both of you're game developers, right? You want to try to start something up? And then Gamer Woody, you can stay and give your comments on it. Yeah, feel free to give suggestions to the creator, and just make sure that you stay nice and, friendly, for the love of God. Pardon me. Huh? Is he talking to me? What does the president of the student government want with me? Candy Floss. Candy Floss? We need to talk. Candy Floss? He must mean Lucas, but his hair isn't any less candy-like, although I suppose it is the light. I think his hair is more red than pink. Yeah, we're making a horror game, which is going to be rad. I can't wait to see that out. Go away, Marvin. So yeah, now you actually have a lot of indie developers right in here, which is awesome. How does Lucas know this guy? Don't be a brat, Mia. I came halfway across campus to deliver you some news. I expect you to be more polite towards me in front of your friends. Mia, why we call Lucas by Mia? Is this guy a relative? They do look a bit similar, I suppose. The concept demo is only like 15% of the game. It's going to be much longer. So much longer. And that's cool because I'm all about damn game. I like character development. One of my favorite games of all time is Final Fantasy VIII. Make sure that you keep first impression. Sadly, I'm going to start with the cons. The backgrounds are bland and don't mesh with the character's art and doesn't immerse me in the setting. See, look at that. But she is getting the dedicated backgrounds. But yes, I understand what you're going to do. It's good. It's good, Woody. You can give it. Oh, no, trust me, I know I have a real background artist now. It's absolutely none of your business. How do you do anything, Marvin? So, can you hear whatever it is you have to say? I highly doubt that this is the case. I know you better than that. I doubt you've told him anything. Shut up. I really don't know much about Lucas. I've known him for what feels like forever, but maybe I don't know the real Lucas. Or is it Maya? What should I do? What should we do, folks? Should we stay quiet or should we stand up to Lucas? What should we pick? The own developer says stay quiet. What does the rest of the chat say? Oh man. stay quiet. Okay, so we got 2 for stay quiet. Oh, man. And now I think I'm getting cold, which is going to be great. Alright, so stay quiet. Quiet is a great sniper. She indeed is a great sniper. Maybe that's what we'll do. I'm cool with whatevs. We're gonna stay quiet. This really isn't any of my business besides. Why am I here? I don't think I want to make enemies with anyone. Mia, please. Can you stop being immature long enough to hear what I have to say? They really do act like brothers. It can't just be a feeling. I agree, Manab. Then boobs. Why wouldn't Lucas tell me about him? When someone has finally liked this, normally they tell a person. You're really not going to go and give him a choice, are you? I don't believe so. Look, Soul, I'll be back. There's no telling how long the windbag is going to take, and I have to go to check it with Dr. De Niro afterwards about the assignments. Hey, Louisa Justice. Apparently, he didn't like one of the essays very much. What does he have against the lemonade stands? Oh, okay. Let's go, Maya. Catch you later, Saul. Don't forget, we have to meet up with Turi. Right. Bye. Well, now what do I do? The rest of my classes were as fast as I figured they would. I have to run to Lucas yet either. Where is he? Should I text him? I'll have to text him the information that Turi sent me about our meetup. But maybe not right now. I don't want him to think I'm being paranoid. I shouldn't worry any. Lucas can hold his own, even against a guy like that. Am I that guy? Where'd you come from? I didn't even hear him even enter the aisle. You must be heard of me. I understand you must think oddly of me. I apologize for being so rude in the dining hall. Voices in the background, I missed them. No random voices in the background this time. We're back to normal one-on-one. Unfortunately, we might be able to do more background voices if I get on Skype. And you guys just tell me what you want me to play next after this game here. Should we go and do MGS Ground Zeroes? Should we do a spooky game? Or anything else? I'm up for suggestions after this, and just remember to spot on by. Won't be out till summer. This is the concept. I know it's not a dev, but whoever works in the background should at least make the characters' art and background art the same. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's going to happen with it, would it? But yeah, make sure you stop by this Friday because I'm going to do a giveaway. I haven't decided what I'm going to give away, but it will be good, I promise you. But make sure that you also like this video and spread out Game Jolt as well as the indie developers while we're at it and while we're all here, just to kind of go and support everything and everyone that we can. I thought I knew what I was going to say, but he already taken my hand and pressed it to his lips. Who does that? Nobody does that. I mean, people used to do that. How am I supposed to respond? Bob, this is my friend on Steam. It's pretty dull there. How am I supposed to respond? Lucas, where are you? Where do I need you? I hope you can find a way to take this as your first impression of me instead of how I acted earlier. As my hand goes limp and falls back to my side, I realized I've been gaping at the taller male this entire time. Now, is this story based off a personal story, or is this kind of based off of something else? Or is it something that just kind of came to you and you had to go and write it down? Hey, how you doing, Miss Everett? How are you doing? Dude! Adam! Hey, brother man. Maybe they aren't related after all. If you would allow me, perhaps I can take this up with a cup of coffee. But it's on Friday. I'm gonna miss the stream, boo. Oh well, I'll try to watch whenever I can. Awesome. Excuse me? Did he say coffee? Did he just invite me to coffee? Only if you want to, of course. It's entirely up to you. Sure. No, not sure. Why the hell am I agreeing to have coffee with an enemy? Wait, why is he the enemy? Now I'm starting to sound like Lucas. For all I know, this guy is actually really pleasant. I saw him, but some of the character's traits are from people I know for myself. See, now that's pretty cool. I thought about immediately attracting the that train of thought when I considered the man would be Lucas's older brother. It just started to evolve from here to there. That's really cool. It started to evolve from there. We have some similarities. I don't really know how to coffee shop nearby. I swear I meant to take back my shirt, but... Oh, I know a place. It's pretty small, but I'll serve its purpose. We're back. Welcome back, Cat. Purpose of what? Purpose? Getting to know you. You're friends with Mia, therefore I would like to learn a little bit about you. Oh, okay. Well, that's a reasonable thing to say. So then, why is the atmosphere so heavy? I feel like I've made a huge mistake. Too late now. After a brisk walk off campus, I step into a pretty little street corner shop with the mysterious student government president. The place looks and smelled expensive. I doubt I could afford anything on the menu. Don't worry about paying for your coffee. It's on me. Now, are you a coffee lover? Are we gonna figure out what your favorite brew is? Idea from song, you don't have to do. I insist, or wherever you would like. What's up? Before I could somehow convince the others not pay for me, we were already seated. And I ended up with the coffee and a miniature cake in front of me. Aw, yeah. Hashtag coffee love. What do you think? This is really too much. But it's all so delicious. While I doubt the coffee was coffee, but wasn't bitter at all. And the cake acted fine in companion. I've never been this spoiled before in my life. I didn't dare guess just how much the two items cost together, let alone apart. Left to right. Where I've seen all the characters more personnel, all the characters feel like robots. Oh yeah. Sorry. Noms to cake. I think it's all the detail I need. What? Oh, I was indulging so much I haven't even heard him. This is really good. I never had a fancy coffee before. Fancy coffee? It was then the other male began to chuckle very quietly at me. He was so quiet about it that I thought he was trying to hide it from me, and maybe even himself. So now it's spoiled. Nothing much. I shouldn't be. Oh, God. I see something strange? No, not at all. I've just never seen anyone react to as childly towards something as so simple as a cup of expensive coffee. Even though I should have been an insult, I got the distinct feeling that it wasn't. We sat in silence for a while as I indulged. Cake is best for everyone and everything. It was only after I inhaled. You tell that to all the test subjects in Portal. After I inhaled my third forkful of tiny cake, did the others speak up. I believe I haven't properly introduced myself. Oh, maybe that's what we should do. Should we do Portal 2? Should we do Portal 2? Maybe. Well, I'm gonna head out. I need to start sleeping in decent hours. I already 1:30 over. I'm here. No random voice in the background too. Stay. Keep doing what you do, Nar. Alright, you too. Ratunga. Archibald, that was just the same as I'm Mia's brother. Well, that answered a lot of questions. I wish I could pull men out of the books so I can date them. I like ice cream cake better though, so great. If I do, I have to tune out the game. Damn it. At least I thought I did. Soul? You can call me Soul. I couldn't imagine my last name was very important to someone as royal looking as this man sitting with me. Oh yeah, you should play that. So, the Latin word for sun, I believe. Yep, that's what soul means. 7.3 out of 10. I remember my mother, indeed, almost flirting concerning with Mia's means. His eyes had trailed off the stair at the window of the cafe. What does it mean by almost fitting? What does Mia mean? He's referring to Lucas, isn't he? Nothing important. It clearly is important if you're going to talk to me like that. So tell me, Soul, how did you and my little brother meet? I placed my cake fork down and Marvin stares at me with almost a paint-thinning intensity. Were those girls when I was growing up and feeling like nobody wanted me around? That's what happens. Then they find out the nerd's the one who starts writing the computers and makes all the monies. Remember, I was an ugly duck. I'll have to show you Fat Nar. Where to reading werewolf books because I don't have a mate. Then cry because I don't have a mate. God damn it. High school end. Did he make friends with you? My brother has always been overly friendly. He looks out the window again, and he does mean overly friendly. Isn't buying someone coffee and cake friendly? Realizing then that perhaps he had been attempting to bribe me from the get-go turned my stomach. I'm gonna have to. I'll share that. I'll show you Fat Nar one of these days. I'll have to go and upload it. Is there something that's going on with Lucas? He's some sort of trouble? Marvin's intense gaze has a place on me, as though he can see right through my eyes, into my soul. No, he isn't in any sort of troubles, as far as I know. I just like to know who he spends his company with. So again, How did you two meet exactly? Around random voice 2 in the background. I was very aware that I was quiet in bed. In the head, I probably couldn't just leave because my potential of being left with the tab was quite likely. I could only imagine the bill was over $10. Over $10? Especially now that Marv was on the second cup of lavender-scented espresso. Well, I struggled to bring my coffee to my lips, my fingers trembling a little. That was because you probably have a caffeine insensitivity. There was something terrifying about Lucas's brother, as if that's who he really was. But for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what about him made my stomach twist into knots. It was 9th grade. I swallowed my now cold coffee hard, and that was me stumbling over my own diction. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue on the back of the teeth. It was raining pretty hard. I'd missed the bus, and I didn't have an umbrella. Neither of my parents were able to come immediately to pick me up. I'd like to give you feedback of one to see on the stream. And I spoke, I began anxiously to tap the corner of the coffee cup plate. So I hung out and under the bus stop canopy where the blonde teenager came and sat down next to me, holding his umbrella close. Despite the situation, I began to smile a little as I recalled the memory. He said to me, "Hey, you don't seem to be doing anything important. My GG is going to be here soon. Want to come with us and help me style my hair?" I wasn't quite sure how to react. I'd never been very vocal, but Lucas had just spirited me away as though we'd always been friends. And at that time, I'd figured it would be a closer drive than the bus stop. So I agreed to go along. I didn't realize what sort of contract I'd signed by agreeing to Lucas's shenanigans. At first, I thought he was annoying, but he kept persisting and finding ways to get me to hang out with him, even in the rainy days. Or after this, can you play Agar.io? Buck, make a party so we can all play together. We could play Agar.io. We could totally do that. After a while, I just started talking to him on my own. What would you guys? Make sure you vote for what you want me to play next. Make sure you let me know. You've been so happy to suggest we get ice cream. It had been first idea to hang out on my own. But hey, how you doing, Kyle Clayton? Good to see you here, brother man. My eyes flickered up on the my main cup as I realized I had just been saying this all in my head. Yes, make a party game, though. We didn't make people from books exist so no one's lonely. Agar.io with folks. I was just saying this all out loud. I wonder if I can make the Narcost head the Agar.io thing, right? So we can make a giant Narcost head that's eating other people? Damn it. That would be pretty amazing. Answers your questions. I'll see you, peeps. Alright, man. I'll see you, Gamer Woody. Thanks for stopping on by. Are you in love with Mia? What? I was startled by the question, and my emotions got the better of me. I sank into my chair for a few patrons in the cafe turned to look at me. I am, I softly tried to dissolve the awkward situation that I had created my own outburst. Only a friend? I knew he didn't believe me. I got a strange sense he'd known from the get-go. Everything he needed to know about me. I've always been easy to read, but this was different. It felt intentional. Maybe even a little hostile. Yes, and I felt a surge of energy spring into my legs as I attempted to get away from my chair. Only it felt like I'd been glued to the chair with brute force. Try as I might, I couldn't seem to get my legs to move. What was going on? Why couldn't I move? And I felt helpless as the other pinned me with his eyes. And he was expecting me to answer. I'm really sure I can use Woody as a credible set of opinion. A lot of his reasonings didn't make sense in context. And it's none of your business. I was surprised by my own voice. Even Marvin looked surprised, and I wasn't entirely sure it was because of my sudden outburst. His hard-boiled stare seemed to be burning into a crisp as he stood up to tower over me. I believe we're done here. I stood there almost shaking as he pulled out his wallet from his vest. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. About time. About what? I have a question for you, random voice in the background too. What is your favorite game of all time? That was enough to shut me up. Once the spread was paid for, the other placed his wallet back into the chest and pockets sewn in the inside of his vest, stepping around me. I nearly bit a chunk of my cheek as he stopped, leaning to my ear, his warm breath smelling of lavender and Colombian. It was a pleasure, Saul. His face was plastered with a dour smile, but his voice reminded smooth and melodious. I have no idea what he could possibly be thinking, but my knees felt weak. I stood awkwardly next to my chair until I was sure he was out of the cafe. I leaned in the chair, my face feeling flushed and sweaty. What was that? I eventually forced myself to walk outside. I felt like everyone I passed was staring at me, as they all knew what had happened. I thought about texting Lucas, but I felt I sort of walked right into the situation. I still wasn't even sure if it was actually happening. What a day. Man, you're hilarious. I try. Hey guys. While I was making my way back to college, I received a text from Lucas asking me just the coffee junction situation next to the library. He hadn't told me I already met up with Turi. Hey Soul, why didn't you tell me the guy was an A-class comedian? And you didn't tell me your apparent brother is a total sociopath. I felt a little bad for being angry with Lucas. It was really not his fault. Actually, he did. Oh shit, I just skipped. Well, I just skipped that guy's dialogue, damn it. My eyes easily darted between the two of us and began to speak as though they belonged in the dark pit. Weirdos. What time would you do to be ready for us? My last class day just ended. Hey, awesome sauce, so did mine. I was beginning to feel a little out of my element with the two, but like always, Lucas reeled me into the conversation like a baited koi fish. So, don't you have one more class? Well, yeah, but I was going to skip it. So you can't keep skipping human anatomy class. But I just didn't like the class. We were expected to work in groups on a subject that I found intensely uncomfortable to discuss. I feel thirsty just to watch Nar playing this game. Yeah, kinda getting thirsty. I wish I would have brought water. Is anything important happening today? No, I just have to chart the male and female body today, so I memorize it for the test. Well, I could help you study that. Oh God, really? I don't have to go? No, I suppose not. You can use me as your anatomical dummy. Okay, that's a little spicy there. Lucas. Elbow nudged me in the eyebrow, wiggled accordingly. Chrono Trigger. Oh yes, Chrono Trigger is one of my all-time favorites. Damn it, I can't play Agario with you if you play it. My computer has been taken over. No, ¿por qué donde está aquí? Wiggled accordingly. Normally I would respond with something even a little bit clever, but after what had happened today, it was a little frazzled, and Turi soon made it worse. Wait a second, Turi? So he's water? So we have the moon, the sun, and the ocean. I just realized that right now. You can't play either. I'm almost certain I had Lucas not thrown perverted commentary my way, Turi would have remained quiet about what had just happened and turning over his head. Of course, I was about to say no, but Lucas pounced onto the question faster than I anticipated. Oh no, I'm thinking Kuri Tsumi. Never mind. Kuri, not Turi. Lucas is clearly not what you were talking about doing. We've been buds since high school. Best buds, oh? I almost thought I could see steam pouring out of Turi's ears as how fast his brain must be trying to process the situation. Right, of course, I get that. Even I could tell he was lying for the sake of everyone involved. Anyway, I guess we can all head out there, huh? Did you come to the city by the bus or by your own four wheels? Yes, Kuri Tsumi, because that is your PSN name. That's the only reason I know that. Sounds like it's pretty solid battle plan on me. I was completely embarrassed now. I had no idea the night was going now, and Turi probably thought that Lucas and I were an item. That wasn't a pleasant idea, but didn't make us any less false. What on earth was Lucas up to? It wasn't long before I found myself seated next to Lucas with Turi on the other side of the aisle. The two were having a pleasant talk over my head, what I really didn't mind. Call me Adam. I can call you Adam. It usually meant less talking for me. I still couldn't get my mind off what got into Lucas today. Normally he was all weird and hard to predict, but even as this was a bit much for him. I almost felt like I was lost for words when I felt accurate, but jealousy came to mind. I didn't think Lucas was capable of such anti-virtue. What did he have to be jealous of? I was pretty sure of him, and Turi would talk all night about things I barely understood as a concept. No, you can just call me Adam. Adam, what is your favorite food? Look at that, you're getting interrogated here on my stream. What do you know? I wanted him, but couldn't give me a straight answer. I would eventually have to bring him up in the situation I had with his brother. But yeah, Kyle, do you have a Gario? Do you want to join the Narcos tent that's going to devour everything? Soft crab sushi, yum. Will I ever be more than I do now? What do you think? I wasn't sure what to expect when entering Turi's bedroom, but what I was greeted with was not. Somehow I had gotten the idea you lived in a spaceship full of computers and gaming consoles. Sushi, yeah? Instead of I turned out the man geek paradise with pictures of tightly clothed fantasy women everywhere. Whoa! You have a figure of Lacue's NPCs? I didn't even know you could get those. You can't. My dad made it for me. For short. I think it's a cool nickname. Your dad makes figures. The figure was detailed and the paint job was incredible. I wasn't even really into collections besides this gems in-game, but I was almost jealous I didn't have one of those figures to call my own. My dad is a professional 3D sculptor and decided to make me one for my birthday last year. I did the paint job. You and your dad should totally open up shop together. Funny you should say that. We have an online shop called Toy Dash. You two own Toy Dash? That shop is off the hook. It's not nearly as impressive as it sounds. We sell maybe 3 or 4 figures a month at $120 a piece. Still, man, that's fucking awesome. It's really just a hobby. My dad works freelance otherwise. You think I could have a special request? If you got the bills, I don't see why not. Can I get one too? You want one too, Sunbae? Well, only if it's not such trouble. Hell no. I would love to make you two some crackin' figures. Not before you go down. Speaking of which, Adam, what was your idea of gameplay for my game I mentioned before? Get down to business, we should go grab some sushi. Nosh? What was that word? Never heard of nosh before? It's slang for food, right? Sure is. No arguments here then. Sure. For IP purposes, you do though, with it, I want your intellectual property protected 1 sec. I think... Sissy, what are you cooking for supper? There's a veggie loaf in the oven. They're sitting in the kitchen counter, violently twisting the knobs in a PS Vita, was Turi's little sister. I remember him mentioning her briefly when we first met. Turi and Lucas began speaking about Lakeview, and Lakeview that they began to gather in an arsenal of snacks, and this in Lakeview that is. I thought it just the best stand here myself and felt the tug on my shirt sleeve. I'm high? I felt intimidated by Turi's little sister. She was almost tall as I was. What shall I name her? Huh? I looked down at the handheld, realized she's been playing with some sort of RPG strategy. She had just gained a new party member. Go through what? Sorry, I'm tired. I'm not very good at naming things. Well, what's your name? It's Soul. I want you to tap Soul onto the name bar. I was sure how you feel about her using my name for a female character, but I wasn't going to say anything. Soul, are you going to play Princess Pumpkin's Fantasy Rampage with Nadia? God damn it. No, I'm coming. I scrambled the floor 2 other males in Turi's room, but turned back quickly to acknowledge his sister. Nice meeting you, Nadia. Nice meeting you too, Soul. She didn't look up from the game, but I could see her smiling from behind her long hair. Alright, let's get started. Hold on, my laptop's still booting up. I've got to download it on my tablet. So that's how you find my time to mine. I know your secrets now. Whatever. It wasn't that big of a secret. Connecting to the server. Hey, look at this. This is like, Final Fantasy Tactics has entered the area. Gallus. Dark Side of the Moon has entered the area. Wizard 99 has entered the area. Why are you in a Crystal Gem Hollow? There's a special event going on, and I thought we'd be getting in early. How would you know about? Wait, your username says mod. You're mod? Soul, he's a mod. Of course. He's not paying attention. Guess that explains your whacked out avatar. I didn't think cat girls were a skin. They're not. I got a special bonus for clearing the test dungeon for next month's expansion. Adam, there's some spoilers for you getting closer, just so you know. There we go. You mean the 9th expansion? Yup. Sweet. Totally making a new character so we're gonna have a night class. So about this. What is the event exactly? A special drop that gets you a transparent pixie wings for your avatar. It also gives you the hover ability and increases your agility. They let me script the things myself. I'm not allowed to actually participate and get them, but that doesn't mean I can't help some friends out. So what's the trick? Because I want me a pair of those. It's a 0.5% drop and only spawns in the gem pixies. You serious? Those things vanish like Abra. Special events are never easy, mate. I'm pretty sure Soul isn't going to be much help. He doesn't do collectibles, unless they're gems. Do you really want them that badly? Well, so you are listening. I suppose I can try and help. Sweet, let's do this. I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'm gonna come back. So I'm gonna probably stream until about 9 or 9:30 Central Standard Time for those who want to know. But make sure Gem Pixies. Hashtag Gem Pixies, now trending on Twitter. So let me know what game you guys want me to play next. So if we can do, unless you want to like get your friends together, we can do Agar.io later. So go and get all of your friends together. We can all stream up, team up, and destroy that thing. And really like make a big giant head where we devour everything. I wouldn't mind doing a community event. So if you want me to go to a scary spooky game, or you want me to do prop hunt, or you want me to do H1Z1 preferably with less friendly fire, we can do that. Oh, we can do that. I give up. Fuck this drop. So, sure is a persistent. He's a monster once he sets himself at a task. Soul man, just give up. They would have dropped at least one by now. Wizard99 wishes to trade. What? What now? Play Agar.io. Holy shit, wait, when did you get these? An hour ago? Can I have all of your gem drops? What? You didn't tell me on purpose so I could help collect gems for 2 hours, didn't you? Maybe? I take it you're going to trade them for the Pixie Stone? Yep, I only need one more to open up that mine in this area. Less friendly fire. Preferably less friendly fire. 44 magnums to the chest. Do not heal people. Does not do it. So we'll do Agar.io. We'll try to do Agar.io or H1Z1. Doesn't matter. Morning. I managed to get up today without the assistance of my pink alarm clock. It was kind of unusual not to see Lucas in the public bus, but it was kind of likely he was already at college. I'd almost forgotten that his grandmother had fixed up his car yesterday. I would have to ask him about it after class. He doesn't seem to be responding to my text messages. What, did you decide to swing by MC's for a burger on your way here? Thank God for Turi's notes. I glance over at him perhaps to show a sign of gratitude, but he's already scribbling down notes like some sort of Super Saiyan. Oh my God. I don't think I would care. I shot Adam in the chest with a 44 Magnum in H1Z1. He scared me. He spooked me out. Where is he at? Hey, Sunbae, what's going on? What's got you all gloomy today? Turi, have you seen Lucas around campus today? Frosty Flakes? No, I haven't seen him yet today. Didn't he say last night that his grandmother had texted him about his car being fixed? I bet he's taking a joyride. Turi's word put me at ease. That sounded like something Lucas might do. He was probably having so much fun that he even skipped his first class. You're totally right. Want to play League-Q until your next class? Turi was pretty cool. Wasn't very comfortable around him yet and seemed like a reasonable offer then. It was not by standing still you popped up on me. Boys, you was as dumb. I scared him by standing still. You showed up on the screen. I was looting something. Let's not twist that around. I didn't think there was anything I needed to do, but I wasn't sure I could spend a whole session to League-Q either. Sorry, Turi. So Lucas told me you're how you are with new people. You can just say no, mate. Right, thanks. Bye. I felt sort of bad for ditching Turi, but at least he understood why. He got stuck in a car. That's true, he did get stuck in a car. Watched the archive and it cracked me up. I wasn't okay. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't like, okay, it's time to shoot at him today. I didn't pick that. Thug life didn't choose me. Wait a second. I chose the thug life. It's embarrassing how awkward I felt around new people. Lucas is my only friend, but now it seems like I might have a new one. I really don't know how to handle all this just yet. I'm still really confused about what happened yesterday at the cafe. Just what was Lucas' brother? He seemed so convinced that I was up to no good for something. And how could he ask whether I love Lucas or not? Just out of the blue. I mean, it's true. I do love him, but this is not the time to be trying to figure all this stuff out. I have more important things to think about. I might actually get some studying done today after all. I lasted all 15 minutes before I began to draw inkless circles in my textbook. I need a soda. Do I want a fizzy grape or a fizzy orange? Fizzy orange, bro. Before I could make the most important decision of the day, I spotted someone I was hoping not to see today. It was Marvin. It was Marvin! What was he doing at Dinky Food Shop? I couldn't help but watch as I noticed him pick up a bag of Rad Tad's flaming chips. Lucas loved those things. He always had a huge glass of milk beside him while he was eating them. I'd never be brave enough to try one. I couldn't really imagine Marvin sitting down to eat any, although I didn't really know much about the guy anyway. For all I know, he liked them just as much as Lucas did. My heart lodged in my throat as Marvin turned suddenly, his eyes pinpointing me immediately with the expert accuracy. It's great. I watched the archive and it cracked me up, and colder than yesterday. That was for the mere moment that, before he stuffed his mouth full of whatever the food was. What was all that? Was he really still angry with me? I felt as though I had gained a great enemy. It really was going into talking to Lucas about this later. He's not here either. Trudy's probably right. He's out in stupid joyride. Ow! Hey, watch where you're daydreaming. Oh, sorry. Look where you're going, Nick. Suddenly, Marvin had appeared from halfway across the cafeteria to come right up behind the male student. I wasn't sure why he wouldn't be interested in me after yesterday, so I assumed he was here to talk with the other students. But the moment the student turned around and noticed Marvin lurking, he scrambled away as though he'd been standing in the hot coals. He moved a little closer, his eyes seemed to look over me, not at me, but promptly starting to walk away. Marvin? I didn't know what prompted me to speak up, but it was too late to take it back. He seemed to take a moment to decide, but he turned around to face me. What? What about yesterday? If you're about to apologize to me, I ask you to hold your tongue. I was exceptionally rude and completely out of order yesterday. I sounded as though he was trying to apologize now. He couldn't quite do it. There was also something bitter in his voice that couldn't be mistaken for sadness. If I wasn't already convinced that I couldn't feel any emotion but anger, I might have been surprised. He only wanted to know who I was. I sort of gathered that Marvin was just very protective of Lucas, which was something I couldn't understand. I went about it wrong. I should have gotten to know you honestly and organically. Shit. Without the threat of a huge tab looming over your shoulders. He wasn't wrong. Something about the conversation felt all wrong, though, as though he was reaching for something specifically. Did you really come up to me to talk about yesterday? I was surprised by my own confidence again. I wasn't sure where it was all coming from. Wherever the situation pertained to Lucas, I was far open about it. No, I didn't. Then what did he want? He continued to stare at me with the expression I could read. The silence was almost too much for me to handle. Oh, fuck. Lucas is dead, isn't he? Oh, shit. He's not texting. Hey, this is the time he didn't turn around and he glided his way out. He's fucking dead. His brother's upset that his brother's dead. What the hell? For the next 2 hours, I didn't see a single pink hair on Luke's head. I began to realize the asshole had probably skipped class to drive around the city. The least he could have done was text me first. Still, I ended up going home early because one teacher was out sick and the only other class I had to go was anatomy. Like I was going to go with it like that while Lucas was out having fun. I wish he would have taken me along. A notification. Oh, a voicemail from Lucas. I'll check it once in my room. I missed 2 text messages too? Stupid piece of crap cell. Hey, bae. Ha! Just kidding. Why don't you pick up? Are you watching Porn Man? Anyway, this car is fucking awesome. I'm totally taking you on for a ride later. Your grandma drives better than you. I'll reply to him. He can wait. Hey, Mom? It was Mom's only day off the entire week, so I figured she'd be in the kitchen making tea. But before I could check, she came from the study, her face looking aged. Mom, what's wrong? Soul, honey, there's something I have to tell you. Mom, did something happen to Dad at work? My father worked at a pretty dangerous job. He'd been in the hospital for a second-degree burn just in the last month. Mom and I were always prepared for him to end up in the hospital at least once every year. No, Soul, it's your friend. Huh? Old Mrs. Leon just called me to tell you that Lucas he was in a car accident. I don't understand. What do you mean Lucas was in a car accident? Is he okay? I mean, he's alright, isn't he? This can't be right. My mom had somehow misunderstood that Lucas's grandma had been staying. One unheard message. I still live with my mom. A new graphic design for a few things, but they're totally not finished. Soul baby. From Lucas. Soul. I wasn't able to press play on the voicemail as my mother removed my cell phone from my shaking fingers. It felt like something had broken inside of me, and I examined her eyes. I already understood what he was trying to say. Lucas wasn't okay. Oh, that's a cool effect. Soul, honey, are you okay? Oh my god, Soul, honey. Soul, wake up. No, it was more than that. Lucas was dead. End prologue. This is the end of the Game Jolt demo. Thanks for playing. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Hot diggity damn. Okay. So Lucas is passed. The sun misses the moon. And his name was the Dark Side of the Moon. Son of a bitch. And that's game over. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm going to eat din din, and then I'll send out a Twitter tweet when I'm gonna go and get Edgario on. Nice title, by the way. So yeah, there you go. That's The Sun Misses the Moon. What an awesome little... that fucking sucked. So let that be a... not fucking sucked in it was bad, but what a shitty feeling. So go and hug your mom for the love of God and your friends and be... yeah, God. Twitter, will a tweet do anyone? No? No? Okay. Yeah, go and hug your parents and your loved ones and just, yeah. They might be gone before you know it. So, on a less depressing note, I'll see you guys through some Edgario fun. Let's keep on growing, see like how huge of a damn monster head that we can make and devour all the little peons amongst us. Go and support your indie developers. My own Twitter, what would be the name, or will you make a stream? I'll be making a stream on YouTube for sure. So it'll go out and you'll just need to follow me then. So if you're still on YouTube, go ahead and I'll be up for Edgario. Go and hug your parents. Go and support the indie developers and keep on gaming for the love of God. Now I'm gonna go and cry and eat spaghetti.